Alright, so for our first stretch, we're going to be doing a static stretch of the cervical lateral flexors. And the client is going to be seated with a stable base posture, meaning that his back is going to be straight, his butt is going to be against the back of the chair, his shoulders are going to be lowered, and his feet are going to be positioned flat on the ground in front of him. Now for this stretch, as the assistant, I'm going to be positioned behind the client, slightly to the side that I'm going to be stretching. So in this case, I'm going to be stretching his right side, so I'm going to be positioned to the right of the client. My stabilizing hand is going to be gripping the top of the shoulder on the right side, and the working hand is going to be palm flat on the side of the head, slightly above the right ear. Now for this stretch, we want to make sure that the only movement that is occurring is in the cervical spine, meaning that the client isn't lifting his shoulders or laterally flexing to the side. Alright, so also for this stretch, I'm going to be laterally flexing him to about 45 degrees. Just let me know when you feel a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and inhale. Exhale. This is for about 10 to 15 seconds.
There.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right? And this stretch can be done 2 to 3 times on both sides to complete the stretch. Alright, so this next stretch is going to be a PNF stretch of the shoulder adductors. Once again, the client is going to be positioned seated with a stable base posture, except this time his arms are going to be relaxed and down by his side with the palms facing inwards. As the assistant, I'm going to be positioned behind the client, slightly to the side that is going to be stretched. So in this case, I'm going to be slightly to the left of the client as I'm going to be stretching his left shoulder adductors. My stabilizing hand is going to be positioned on top of his shoulder over the acromion process. And my working hand is going to be positioned on the inside of the distal end of the humerus, above the elbow. Now for this stretch, I'm going to be lifting his arm into a passive stretch through his normal range of motion to about 180 degrees, or until we reach a point that's comfortable for the client. We're going to hold that for about 10 seconds, and then I'm going to ask the client to isometrically contract the targeted muscle group for another 5 to 10 seconds while I provide resistance to inhibit the muscle group. After that, he's going to relax the muscles for about 3 to 5 seconds, and we're going to repeat that process 3 times. Also, just want to remind you that at any time, let me know if you can progress further into the stretch.
Okay.
Ready to start?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Is that all right?
Mm-hmm. Go a little more.
About there?
Yeah.
All right, so that's for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and contract for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to push you a little deeper into the stretch. Is that all right?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, that's for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and contract. That's for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm gonna push you a little more. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
You need to go further?
A little bit, yeah.
Good. All right, that's for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and contract. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. There you go. For this next stretch, we're going to be doing a static stretch of the elbow extensors. The client is going to be positioned seated upright with stable base posture. And as the assistant, I'm going to be seated on the side where the stretch is going to be occurring. So in this case, I'm going to be on the client's left as we'll be stretching his left elbow. My stabilizing hand is going to be positioned grasping the upper arm above the elbow joint. And my working hand is going to be grasping the forearm slightly above the wrist joint. For this stretch, we're going to be stretching the elbow extensors by flexing the elbow up to 150 degrees or up until a comfortable point for the client. We're going to be holding this stretch for 30 seconds. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me know if I pushed too much.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all right?
A little more.
About there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, push over,
Mm-hmm.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Relax. For this last stretch, we're going to be doing a PNF stretch of the wrist extensors. The client is going to be seated with stable base posture with the targeted arm, which in this case is the client's right arm, flexed at 90 degrees at the elbow, with the forearm stabilized and supported by the table, and the palm in prone position hanging off the edge of the table. As the assistant, I'm going to be facing the side of the targeted arm and facing the client. For this stretch, my stabilizing hand is going to be grasping the forearm slightly above the wrist joint, and my working hand is going to be positioned grasping the back side of the hand. I'm going to be stretching the wrist extensors by flexing the wrist up to 80 degrees or up until a comfortable point for the client. This will be for about 10 seconds, and afterwards I'm going to ask the client to contract his wrist by extending his wrist against my added resistance to inhibit the muscle group. This will be for another 10 seconds. And then he's going to relax for 3 to 5 seconds, and we're going to repeat this process 3 times to complete the stretch. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that all right?
Mm-hmm. A little more.
Go right there?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and contract. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go ahead and stretch you a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Does that feel all right?
Yeah, it's good.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and contract for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to push you a little more. How does that feel?
Right there, it's good.
Okay, I'm going to hold this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and contract for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax.